Where's your devotion? Where's your devotion?
Hi Leo, welcome to Maddie Tarot. I'm Maddie, and today we're going to be doing a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Keep in mind that this is a general reading. This will be for November 1st through 15th. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everybody from front to back. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. You may need to swap roles throughout the reading. I am just determining a storyline as best I can from the messages and reading energies. So you might need to swap roles. I could be talking about you, your person, another individual, or party at any time throughout the reading. You know, if it's, don't overextend yourself and overstretch yourself to make it fit. Okay, if it's not your story, it's not your story. And check your other placements because your messages could be there already. So Leo. What does Leo need to know? I've already pre-shuffled, cleansed the decks, cleansed the space, and meditated on the collective conscious of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. All right, so what does Leo need to know? What does Leo need to know? Leo. Let's see. All right. A card for Leo. A card for you, Leo. We've got death. Alrighty. And person on Leo's mind. Person on Leo's mind. Temperance. Okay. One card for past energies and one card for present energies. For past energy, we've got the Chariot, and present energy, we've got the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Intuition. Intuition. Justice. Challenge. What's Leo's challenge? Madame Lulu. So this is the Tarot of the Drowning World. It's very beautiful new deck I got, but they've got a few additional cards. So Madame Lulu is the wife of Dr. Falk, who is the creator of the deck. But Madame Lulu is knowledge. Okay, so your challenge is knowledge. All right, and your advice. Advice is the Three of Cups. And then your person's next move and how they're thinking, what they're thinking, feeling, you know, their next move, whatever. Just kind of an overall summary of their state of being at this time. The Eight of Cups. I'm sorry, that's the Eight of Pentacles. The deck's also in French, so I gotta decipher it a bit. Let's see. Bias or caution for Leo? Bias or caution? We've got the Six of Swords. And then your guidance message. One guidance message. The Nine of Wands. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Nine of Swords. Alrighty. One crystal card for Leo. Kunzite. All right. This spiritual stone awakens unconditional love that is deep within your heart. Its high vibration connects you to a universal love only felt in higher realms. You will feel no negativity, no pain, only a love that transcends space and reality as we know it. So Leo, you are really focused on yourself at this time, focused on some sort of transformation you're going through, self-love, self-care. You're not really pouring into anybody. For those of you who do have some sort of connection in your life, you are seeking balance. You are, I feel like you're working toward pouring into your own cup, so you can therefore pour into others. And if you are with somebody, you guys are actively discussing this and in need of supporting each other at this time and seeking harmony and balance. Okay, so let's get into the reading. So, Leo, your card you got is Death. So, like I was saying, this is a transformative period of your life. You're going through some sort of where an ending is meeting a beginning. There's something here that you are releasing. This could be some negative thoughts you have maybe about love or yourself, or maybe there's been somebody you've had to let go of, some past issues, and you're seeking balance. You're seeking harmony within the self. There's something that came to an end here that you are very much focused on at this time. Let's see. You're trying to rewrite the stories. You got the Hanged Man, clarifying death. You're trying to rewrite the stories that you tell yourself about your past relationships. Maybe you're trying to find the silver lining, rewriting those negative stories into positive ones that empower and uplift you instead of telling yourself that negative story over and over and over again. That's truly how we heal. We have the ability to change our past in that we can tell ourselves a different version of the story. You don't have to tell yourself that disparaging story all the time about how that person wasted your time and hurt you and whatever they did, or whatever happened. You don't have to tell yourself that story. You can choose to rewrite the story in that you focus on the strength it gave you, the things that it uncovered within you that you are proud of, how it got you to where you are today. You can look at the So here's a great thing that helped me. Think of life like a play. In a play, everybody has a respective role, right? There's the protagonist and there's the antagonist, especially. And both of their roles are just as important. So let's view the people that hurt you in your past as your antagonists in the play, in that act of the play. Without the antagonist, you wouldn't have a story. You wouldn't have the happiness that you do have. And if you're struggling to find happiness, you gotta understand this is something that we have to create within ourselves. But the story would be meaningless without the antagonist. So everyone's role was important, and we have the ability to view it in a different way that is not so heavy or burdensome on us. And we can understand that without good, there couldn't be bad. Without negative, there couldn't be positive. Without without sadness, there couldn't be happiness. The world would be boring. We would know nothing. We would be melancholy and just blase, blase. Like there would be nothing to be excited, happy, or in anticipation about. Like, you see what I'm saying? So like you have to have this polarity of negative and positive in order to even feel the positive. Does that make sense? So try to rewrite. I feel like you're largely rewriting the stories in your head at this time. You're going back, extracting the lessons, extracting the good, extracting the silver lining, and telling yourself those stories. This is something that's a transformative process for you, and you're really taking on a new perspective to your pain, turning your pain into power. For the person on your mind, for those of you in a connection, you are looking to seek harmony within this connection because you do care about this person greatly, and you do not want to have it end up how maybe past connections have ended up. You're trying to maybe dissolve some fears you have here, and you're really appreciative of this person. Six of Wands here. Clarifying Temperance. This could be a fire sign you're dealing with, Leo. So you could be double fire sign. Leo is a fire sign, and you could be dealing with a fire sign. It doesn't necessarily have to be. So Yeah, I'm getting here that you, for those of you in a connection, you are greatly appreciative of this person. You do want to maintain this balance and harmony, and you don't want to, um, you want to see how this plays out, and you really want to see it go the distance. For those of you not in a connection, you are focusing on maybe your pride, how maybe your pride has gotten in the way in the past of you seeing things in a certain light. Maybe you're realizing how your pride doesn't keep you warm at night and it has largely disrupted your harmony or your balance, ability to seek balance with others. Maybe you hold on to resentment and due to your your bruised ego or pride from something that has happened, you're unwilling to let go of it. But when we have to realize when we carry our pain around, when we carry pain around from situations, we're not carrying, it doesn't do us any good. Why hold on to a pain that somebody else inflicted upon us? I mean, they say resentment is like drinking poison and hoping that the other person dies. That person's moving on with their life. And that doesn't necessarily mean they're not in pain either. Maybe you guys had a situation where you're both in pain. But the point is that you're holding on to something. It's like putting rocks in a backpack, putting it on your back, and just refusing to put the backpack down. Put the backpack down. Address it, put it down. You don't have to carry that around. You do not have to carry your pain around. No one ever told me that. And it's like this realization you have one day, and sometimes it doesn't make sense right away, but at least start to plant the seed and understand you do not have to carry your pain around. You can put it down at any time. Allow yourself to do that. That's not to say to dismiss it and ignore it. You need to address it, but you need to understand it's not a burden for you to carry around in the backpack. Okay, so the what's it, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10 of swords. 10 of swords is clarifying the chariot, and then we've got the page of pentacles clarified by the king of wands. Okay, so yeah, Leo, you going through this transformation, death. Okay, and you're taking on new perspectives at this time. You want harmony and balance within your love life, whether you're with somebody or not. You're really seeking out harmony and balance, or seeing how your harmony and balance has been disrupted, maybe due to your pride, or you're really appreciative of the person you're with, and you're wanting to continue that. In your past, we've got some sort of bumpy road, obstacles, really just like a hard road that was ahead of you. You had a tough time getting here, but the chariot talks about victory, and here is failure, ruin, defeat. So I feel like you felt very defeated at times, but you stayed on the road. You continued to trek on. And now you're at this place where you're going through this transformation. You feel new opportunities arising. Page of Pentacles. You feel new opportunities arising. You feel like you're getting back into your groove, able to manifest, able to go after what you want, and getting a sense of what you want again. And you're thinking about the bigger picture. You're thinking that you're making bold decisions. You're in your element, in your fire energy, and you're loving it. You're really cultivating and pouring into your own cup and cultivating that life you want. Okay, so your intuition here, justice. So, and this is clarified by the hermit. And then I'm gonna just clarify all these before I go on. Madame Lulu clarified by 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 of cups, and then the 3 of cups clarified by the 5 of cups, and then the 8 of pentacles clarified by the 5 of pentacles. So you are getting I feel like you've cleared some karmic debt. You've had some karmic cycles that you've cleared out. You've addressed these things, or you're currently doing this. You've faced your demons, or you're currently doing this, and it's something that I mean, you feel more balanced. You've brought yourself back into balance, and this was a huge internal process. Your intuition is. I feel like you're still in this process, kind of, and that's what the death card in the beginning is about. Um, you're in hermit mode. You really, the hermit. He's in the cave, and he or she has got, or they has got a lantern, right? And that lantern lights the area around them in the dark cave, and it's to say that you know don't it's okay that the rest is unknown. Focus on you, focus on your circle, focus on what's right around you, and put one foot in front of the other, and just keep your light to yourself at this time, and you will find the answers are as within, I'm sorry, as without, so within. Is that it? As without, so within. Yeah, as without, so within. So what exists in the universe, everything out there, all the answers, everything, nothing's external. We have all of that within us. Everything we are seeking, we have already within us. All those abilities, all those characteristics, all of the things that we could ever want, love, connection, it's exists within us because we are the universe. We are everything. So understanding this is in just getting rid of that mindset of lack, is really bringing balance back into your life and your intuition. You've been listening to your intuition. Your challenge here, what was Madame Lulu again? Knowledge. Your challenge here, yeah, it's been a challenging time. You've had a lot of revelations about yourself, epiphanies. A lot of knowledge has come forward, in regard to who you are as a person, how you see the world, how you perceive others around you, how you perceive situations and understand and communicate. And this has had to do, a lot of knowledge has come about the choices you've been making, the decisions you've made in the past. Seven of Cups. The maybe you weren't seeing things clearly. Maybe there's been a veil. Maybe there's been some sort of, something affecting your decisions. The cups are Seven of Cups is about good choices and bad choices, and sometimes we can't see that some of them are bad choices. They may look promising, but there's some sort of daydream or veil or illusions going on. Some sort of, we're not seeing things clearly. So but we need to make a choice, and so like the choices you've made, you're having a lot of knowledge come to you about these things and a deeper understanding of these things. Your advice here is the Three of Cups clarified by the Five of Cups. Your advice here is some sort of, reconciliation, whether this is with an idea within yourself or reaching out to somebody to apologize that maybe you have remained silent toward, or whether it's just reconciling with love itself, and really just carrying out this connection that you currently have with somebody, if you guys are in a connection. No, the Three of, Cups is about companionship, friendship. It's like you gotta have, if you're seeking love or in a connection, you gotta make sure you're friends with the person, because you love. There's gonna be times when you don't really love them, but if you like them, if they're a good friend, that really helps the commitment stay strong. Commitment, love is a choice, and really, what they mean by that is commitment's a choice, because love is a feeling. Love is something that can fade, and you have to rebuild it. You have to respark it. You have to continue to water it. And there will be times where you're maybe in conflict and you don't love your partner very much, but it just depends how we associate with those words, and the verbiage, the linguistics of it all. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, commitment and liking your partner and having that friendship, that deep friendship bond, is really, really helpful and what brings you through. So that's your advice here, is maybe to make up with an old friend. Send that message. You got some sort of grieving here that you've had to let go of something. There's a regret here, is what I'm saying. Your advice here is to address that, clear your conscience, and send that message if you need to. And it doesn't need to be inviting this person with open arms back into your life. You could simply clear the air and just say, we I respect, your time, and I just wanted to get this off my chest, and you know hope you're happy. It could be just a variety of things, but that is, or like I said, you could just be reconciling with love itself and kind of looking at past regrets, and really making friends with those things, and allowing, forgiving yourself, essentially. um Your person's next move or thoughts or feelings is the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. The person that you're dealing with is also taking a lot of inspiration from you. You're teaching them something. There's some sort of lesson here or learning that is going on, Eight of Pentacles. And they are really admiring the way you are bringing yourself, you're bringing your shadow back in from the cold, or you're bringing they may admire if this is someone you are reaching out to, you're breaking that silence, you're bringing someone back in from the cold, or bringing like I said, your shadow back in from the cold. But your person is really admiring this about you, and maybe even this is you're seeing a person differently from your past, and realizing how much you appreciate and cared about them, and that's who you're reaching out to, maybe after this introspection. And maybe this is in regard to they've learned lessons too, and you're bridging this gap of this separation. Possibly. um I'm really getting more here, though, that this person, for those of you in a connection, they're admiring the growth that they're seeing. Excuse me. So your challenge, I'm sorry, no, your bias or caution right here is the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords, lessons, transitions, moving on. You need to be careful that you're not, I don't see that this is happening, but it is in your bias and caution section. Let me get a clarifier on the Six of Swords. Clarify the Six of Swords for me. Clarify the Six of Swords. The Star. Okay. I know what it's trying to say. Okay, then the Nine of Wands. Clarify the Nine of Wands here in guidance. Clarify the Nine of Wands in guidance. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Eight of Swords. Okay, so your bias here. Six of Swords, transitions and moving on, and the Star is your life path and like hope, serenity, following your light, and really just on your journey. Um, I feel like this is a past energy that you're currently working out of this. So you used to take these lessons, and you would use the pain of your past to teach you a lesson, but it was a really rough one, and it was really like dark, and it would be like, well, my lesson was you never open up to anybody again, or like like just like really really harsh ones, like, well, my lessons, never trust, and that's not a lesson, that's a fear. I feel like you're bringing new hope into the way you used to internalize these things or maybe process them, and you're really seeing your path at this time. So be careful not to internalize pain, because it is, like I said earlier, feeling like love. Anything is just, these are feelings, they're not who we are. Our feelings are not grounded in reality. They're valid, we are allowed to feel that way. However, they are not real. Our feelings aren't real. And we need to understand that they're all fleeting. And so we should not identify with our feelings. We just need to witness them and acknowledge them and process them and allow them to pass. Okay, your guidance here is the Nine of Wands, clarified by the Eight of Swords. Your guidance here is to continue pushing forward. The Nine of Wands, wounded warrior. They're hurt, but they keep going. They have hope. And then the Eight of Swords, push forward through these mental blocks that have kept you imprisoned for so long. What do they say? The key to your freedom. I said this in, I'm not sure who's reading, but I said it not to in one of the previous readings I just did. The key to your freedom lies in the darkest corner of your mind, where all the fears you don't want to address are, or all your pain you don't want to address is. Okay? So your freedom lies in the darkest corner where all your pain is. And that's the key to your freedom, is addressing those things and dismantling the walls. So dismantling, taking the blindfold off, walking, and realizing you're not being restricted by anything other than, there's an opening between every one of these swords. You can just walk away. You don't need to stand there. You don't need to stand there carrying the backpack, holding the backpack with the blindfold on. You don't need to do that. So continue forward, push through. Nine of Wands. At the bottom of the deck here, you've got the Nine of Swords. I believe this is saying if you allow outside pain or experiences, external circumstances, the pain of that you faced in the past, or maybe the pain that you're going through at this time, or really just pain in general, if you allow these things to get you so down, you're going to, and you are internalizing them and you are identifying with these things and not loving yourself, not being your friend that you need when things get rough. Why abandon yourself when sometimes we feel all alone? Why do we then talk to ourselves in such a bad voice? That inner critic is just really harsh. Tell them they are a liar. Tell them to shut up. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I be talking to myself, and we all do it, but it's like my inner critic will start saying these really just like hurtful things, and I'm just like, shut up, you're a liar. You're a liar. Shut up. Shut up. It's not true. It's not true. And then you find evidence in life where it's not true. And you'll trick yourself. You'll say, somebody didn't care about me and that's because I'm not good enough. That's not true. That's not true. It had to do with them, not you. That person is either insecure or they don't feel like um, or they don't have enough experience in their life to understand what they want, and so they're largely confused, or they don't feel good enough for you, so they sabotage the connection. Like, it could be a million things, but I guarantee you it's not personal. So be careful of internalizing things. You don't want to end up down this road. The the Nine of Swords. What I think it's also saying here is that you're really, really mulling over these things at this time. And based on the rest of the reading, you're really, really mulling over these things and really uncovering a lot. So back to the kunsight. Oops, that sounded crazy. Kunsight. I don't know how to say this rock, but this awakens unconditional love. You need to have unconditional love for yourself, Leo. So let's pull some inner guidance messages for Leo. Let's see. Inner guidance messages for Leo. We've got belong. You're right where you belong. You're right on track and you're right where you belong. You don't need to, a lot of times we're like, I need to be here, I need to be here, I need to be here. No, you need to be right where you are. Play. Have fun. Have fun. Play around with yourself. Mentally. I don't know where my brain is tonight, but it be going crazy places that I'm not trying to go. Wake up. Wake up. And this moment. Alrighty. So Leo, all that we have is this moment. All that we have is this moment. So make it fun. Make it fun. Find a way to make it fun. Tomorrow's never coming. Yesterday is gone forever. When tomorrow comes, it's now, and right now is now, and yesterday, when it was yesterday, it was now. So it's always now, and that's all we have is this moment right now. Make it fun. Wake up by understanding you're right where you belong, and this pain you're addressing is hiding the key to your abundant, happy, fulfilled life that you are working so hard toward at this time. Okay, so again, one more reminder: be sure to love yourself, because at the end of the day, when you feel alone at times, don't then abandon yourself. Okay, so Leo, that is all I have for you today. I really hope it helped. Thank you.
Feel like we've reached a crossroads. Ooh, don't you hate them ultimatums? But we need a revelation to save us. Stuck in the moment, it seems. The more I think, the more I don't know. I'm looking for a sign. Where's your devotion?